Hey everybody, Mr. Baker back with another vlog. It's spring break! Well, normally that'd be a pretty exciting time, but given our current circumstances, I can't really go anywhere for spring break. Although, there are some trips I can take without ever leaving my living room. But before I go anywhere, I need to get into my adventure gear.
That's better. Got my adventure hat, got my adventure glasses, my adventure shirt, even have my trusty passport. Now, let's go on an adventure.
The first stop on my adventure is going to be somewhere that's pretty close to home. I'm going to take a 360-degree tour of Chicago. With this 360-degree tour, not only will it take me to different landmarks throughout all of the city of Chicago, I can click and drag on the video and I can look all around the city. I can either just sit and watch the video all the way through, or I can jump myself around. So if I jump here, now it takes me to Millennium Park. I can see the Bean or the Cloud Gate, and I can look around and it's going to take me inside the Bean, so I can look around there as well. I can jump all through this video and it's going to take me to different locations throughout the city. This looks like it's on top of the Sky Deck, on top of the Willis Tower. Oh, there's a little street musician down Michigan Avenue. North Avenue Beach. I can keep jumping around. That looks like the aquarium. Ooh, cool fish. And I can skip back and forth, and if there's a spot I want to look at, I can always pause it and I can take a look around. So here's wonderful Navy Pier. Now, Chicago's great and all, but it's spring break. I want to get a little bit further from home. So my next destination is going to be the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. This is a really cool place. I've been here before. So I'm right at the entrance now. I'm going to just look around a little bit. And right at the front, I can see there's a really cool lander here and some of these space capsules from NASA. There's an awesome airplane hanging from the ceiling. And I can look around the lobby. There's another rocket over there, a giant airplane propeller on the wall. And I can move around here either by clicking, or if I'm on my computer here, I can use the keys and move around with my arrows, and I can look around the entire museum. Ooh, that's cool. Over on the side here, I have my zoom in and zoom out, and if I want to go upstairs, I can jump up to the second floor, and I can look around here. Very cool stuff going on in this museum. I'm just going to take a walk down the hall and see what's down this way. Ooh, the Wright Cycle Company. Let's check this out. So if I go through here, this is going to tell me the history of the Wright brothers and the first airplane. So I can actually walk around the museum just like I was there in person. Very, very, very cool. There are a lot of awesome things in this museum that I can check out. But I don't want to spend all day here, so time to move on to my next destination. For the next stop on my adventure, I'm going to jump from the East Coast all the way over to the West Coast, and I'm going to check out the San Diego Zoo. From this site, I can look at the animals, I can watch videos, I can read stories. There are different activities and games that you can do. So I'm just going to scroll through and see what I can find. Ooh, mammals. Let's check out what's in the mammals. I can scroll through and I can find all of the animals that they have at the San Diego Zoo. I can click on them and I can learn all about the different animals. So I can see where these animals are originally from, their endangered status, what type of animal they are, how big they are, what they eat, where they live. And as I scroll through, I can see all sorts of information. I can even get some sound for some of these animals. Yikes. Stay away from that guy. Some of these animals even have videos that you can watch showing some of the animals in action. So this one is about a couple of small lions that grew up at the zoo.
Very playful, but these tiny cubs will grow up to be 300 to 500-pound lions.
Very cool. There are also live cams where you can watch what the animals are doing right now. So let's see if we can see anybody on the live cams. Check out the elephant cam, see what the elephants are up to. There they are. So this is a live cam. This is happening right now at the San Diego Zoo. Very, very, very cool. I'm going to go back to the home page. And there's one other cool thing I want to look at. And that's the fun facts. So on the main page, you can read the fun facts, and then you can click through and find all these cool facts about animals that they have at the zoo. Did you know a male lion can eat up to 140 pounds of food in one meal? Boy, don't take this guy to the buffet. The zoo is a really cool place to visit, but I think it's time to move on to the next stop in my adventure. And the next leg of my adventure, I'm going to check out the hidden worlds of national parks. In this video, park rangers are going to take me through some of the different places around the U.S. that are national parks. There are a few different places that I can go. Let's see. Ooh, volcanoes. I'm going to go to Hawaii and check out these volcanoes.
To visit the island of Hawaii is to take a trip back in time, when the map of the world was still bubbling beneath the surface of the ocean. Explore the land shaped by the world's most active volcano with Park Ranger Andrea Ka'avaloa Okita, who grew up with Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in her backyard.
After the video ends, it's going to show me an image kind of like we had before.
This rainforest is a vibrant ecosystem. It's home to many native plants, birds, insects, many of which can't be found anywhere else in the world.
So I can explore this whole area, and I can check out the volcano. Very cool. Now it's getting a little hot inside this volcano, so I think it's time to move on to the next part of my adventure. Because I'm on a virtual adventure, I can literally go anywhere I want to in the entire world. That's why my next stop is Google Earth. Now from Google Earth, I can search and find anywhere in the world that I want to go. So if I want to go to the Colosseum, Google Earth can take me there. And there it is. Now that's really cool. If I want, I can click over and I can get some information on this side, or I can take my little adventurer, drag him over, and I can drop him anywhere that there's a blue line. And it's going to give me a street view of the Colosseum in Rome. Oh no, I'm in the middle of traffic. That's okay. I'm going to turn, and there it is. There's the Colosseum. I can use these arrows and I can move myself around. Let's go over on the other side here so I can get a little bit of a better view. And there is the Colosseum. Awesome. Now, if you can't think of any cool places that you might want to go, if you just go back to the Earth, you can take your adventurer and you can drop him anywhere on the globe. Let's see where that takes us. Looks like somewhere in South America. Cool. So it will drop me anywhere in the world, and then I can take a look around and see where I am. Very cool. There are some awesome other features in Google Earth. One of them is Voyager. So if I click Voyager, there are a ton of different activities you can do here. So I can look through any of these. Here's a historical map. Where on Google Earth is Carmen Sandiego? With this, you actually play a mystery game where you have to travel around the world using Google Earth and solve a mystery. It's really fun. There's some animals around the world, Earth at night, and this one I thought was really cool, fairy tales from around the world. So I'm going to check that one out, and it's going to jump me into here. I'm going to explore this and see where it takes me. So if I click this arrow, it's going to take me to my first location. And it's going to take me to France. It's going to tell me the history of the story Cinderella. So I can read all of this here, and then I can take a look around, and I can see where I am here in France. That's really fun. Another thing that I can do is I can click this button. It says, I'm feeling lucky. If I click that, it is going to jump me up to any random place it comes up with anywhere in the world. So I can learn about all these different places. So here I am in Lake in Quebec, Canada. And if I click it again, it's going to jump me to another part of the world. Let's see where we end up. We are now in France. And if I want, I can click this. And it's going to level me out so that I can drop my little adventure and look around and see where I am. Very neat. Well, like I said before, with Google Earth, I can go anywhere I want in the whole world. But what if I want to go somewhere that's not in this world? My final destination is to explore the solar system. This is another one of those 360-degree where I can look around and I can see the solar system.
Welcome to our solar system. Below you will find our sun. Our star is 2 octillion tons of hot hydrogen gas emitting 400 septillion joules of energy every
So not only can I explore the solar system, this astronaut is going to tell me all about it.
Into helium for the past 4.6 billion years. Despite that, it's only considered a middle-aged star.
Just like I did when I was exploring Chicago, I can click and I can drag and I can look all around. I can skip through this video.
Air is almost entirely composed of carbon dioxide.
And I can learn about the different planets in our solar system.
Its rotational axis is flipped upside down, which means that the planet spins backwards.
Very cool. Now, this has been quite the adventure, so I think it's time that I head on home. So, until next time, I've been Mr. Baker, and I will see you in the next vlog.